I want to tell you something about joy, because a lot of men are chasing happiness when what they really need is order. Now, every fast food restaurant has a secret sauce, something they're known for, something that makes their product taste different from everybody else's. Like McDonald's has theirs, Burger King has theirs, KFC has its 11 herbs and spices. But let's be honest, most of these secret sauces are not all that secret anymore. You can go online right now and probably find a copycat recipe for just about every one of them. So much for the secret, right? But there is a different kind of secret sauce I want to talk about today. It's not for hamburgers or chicken or fries. It's talking about the secret sauce for living as a godly man. And it is found in one simple word: joy. Now, before we talk about joy, we need to talk about happiness, because a lot of people confuse the two. They are not the same thing. Happiness is circumstantial. I could be happy because I got a raise. I could be happy because my team won. I could be happy because everything went my way that day. But I can also be unhappy because I lost something. I can be unhappy because somebody disappointed me. I can be unhappy because life did not turn out the way I thought it would. That is happiness. It rises and falls with circumstances, but joy is different. For the believer, joy is not based on what is happening around us. Joy is rooted in who is living within us. Joy is deeper than the emotion. It's stronger than circumstances. Joy is not pretending life is easy. Joy is knowing that even when life is hard, God is still good. And here is why I believe the word joy gives us the formula for living successful Christian life. It is only 3 letters, J-O-Y. But those 3 letters give us proper order for a man's life. Jesus, others, you. That is joy. Jesus first, others second, you third. Now that sounds simple, but simple does not mean easy, because most of us naturally reverse the order. We put ourselves first, then maybe others. Then, if we have time, we try to squeeze Jesus in somewhere. And then we wonder why our lives feel out of balance. We wonder why our priorities are a mess. We wonder why we're frustrated, empty, and tired. It's not always because life is falling apart. Sometimes it is because our order is out of place. The Apostle Paul says it this way in Philippians 2, verses 3 and 4. Do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves. Let each of you not look only to his interest, but also to the interests of others. That is strong. And let's be honest, that does not come naturally to most of us. Most men do not wake up in the morning thinking, how can I put everyone else ahead of myself today? We wake up thinking about our schedule, our pressure, our problems, our goals, our needs. But God gives us a different order. Do nothing from selfish ambition. Count others more significant than yourself. Look not only to your own interests, but also to the interests of others. That does not mean you do not matter. It does not mean your needs are unimportant. It means your life is no longer built around you as the center. And that is exactly where joy begins. Jesus first, others second, you third. When Jesus is first, he changes the way we see others. And when we begin to see others the way Jesus sees them, we stop leading like consumers and we start leading like servants. And when Jesus is first, something else begins to happen. You start seeing people differently. You begin to put others before yourself. That is where servant leadership comes in. And men, let me tell you something. You are a leader. You may not have a title. You may not have a company. You may not stand on a stage, but you are a leader. At the very least, you are leading yourself. And if you are a husband, you are leading in your home. If you are a father, you are leading your children. If you have influence over one person, you are leading. The question is not whether you are a leader. The question is, what kind of a leader are you? A godly man does not lead by demanding to be served. He leads by serving. He leads by paying attention. He leads by sacrificing, by encouraging, by protecting, by putting others before himself. That does not mean you become weak. That does not mean you become a doormat. That does not mean your needs do not matter. It means your life is no longer built around yourself. That is a major shift, because our culture says, put yourself first. Jesus says, Deny yourself, take up your cross, and follow me. The world says, make yourself the center. Jesus says, love God and love your neighbor. That is the difference between a selfish man and a servant leader. Then comes the last letter, you. Jesus, others, you. Now, some men hear that and they think, so I don't matter? No, you matter deeply. You were created in the image of God. You have purpose, you have value, you have responsibility, but you were never designed to be the center of your own universe. When you put yourself first, you actually lose life you were trying to protect. But when you put Jesus first and others second, you find the kind of life that selfishness could never give you. That is joy. That is a secret sauce. Except it really should not be a secret at all. We need to spread the word. We need to teach it, to live it. We need to model it in our homes, in our churches, in our businesses, and our friendships. Because a man who has his priorities in the right order becomes a different kind of man. He becomes steadier, wiser, more generous, less controlled by circumstances. He becomes more useful in the hands of God. So let me ask you, do you have joy? Not just happiness when things go your way. Joy, deep joy, rooted joy, God-given joy. Are your priorities in the right order? Jesus first, others second, you third. Or have you quietly rearranged the letters? Because if you put you first, it is no longer joy. And if Jesus is not first, something will always be off. So today, take a hard look at your life. Look at your calendar, the decisions you're making, your relationships, your money, your attitude. What do they reveal? Do they reveal Jesus first? Do they reveal others second? Do they reveal a man living with the right order? Because joy is not found by chasing yourself. Joy is found when your life is rightly ordered under God, Jesus, others, you. That is the formula. That's the framework. That is the secret sauce. And when a man lives that way, he does not just find joy, he becomes a carrier of it.